Well, rise and grind, DMV. Happy Sunday. We are waking up to cloudy conditions across the area, tracking some patchy fog at this hour, and then we are going to be seeing scattered storms in the forecast. So keep it here. We'll talk more about that in just a bit.
This morning on DC News Now, a condo fire in Maryland displaces over 40 people. The latest on the investigation into the cause. Plus, the heavy rain causing flood watches in many areas across the DMV. What you need to do to prepare. And people across the district honoring the godfather of go-go. How people in DC celebrated Chuck Brown Day.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Welcome to DC News Now. Your time is 8 o'clock on this Sunday. It is a cloudy start to the day with this live look looking towards Virginia. That is Roslyn. It is cloudy. It is gray outside. And those clouds are sticking around, you guys. We'll have your weather in just a bit. But first, good morning. Thank you for joining us here on DC News Now. I'm Tosin Fakile. We'll get to those top stories in just a bit. But first, the person you definitely want to hear from, weather forecaster Brittany Ward. Brittany, from that live shot, it is cloudy, it is gray, there's rain. I mean, what else can we expect today?
You know, that basically kind of sums up what we're going to be dealing with today. We could also see some gusty winds as we head through your afternoon. But stepping out the door right now, we are dealing with some patchy fog out there, so keep that in mind when heading out the door. Satellite and radar is showing you clouds have filtered their way into the area. We also started to see a few showers begin to develop in the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, Allegheny County as well, and it's all thanks to this slow-moving storm system that is back out to the west. We're going to continue to see the cold front attached to that system move closer to the DC metro area as we head through the afternoon. That's going to spark up a few showers and storms across the area. Some of them could be on the stronger side. Temperature wise, not bad stepping out the door right now. We're sitting at 74 degrees in the nation's capital, 72 as you head over there to Leesburg, 68 currently in Luray, 69 as you head over there to Kaiser. So keep it here. We'll break down that forecast, guys, coming up.
Brittany, thank you. Well, dozens of people looking for a new home after a massive condominium fire. Look at all that smoke. The fire broke out just after 8 a.m. yesterday at Clarksburg Condominiums in Clarksburg, Maryland. Our Dave Laval was at the scene showing us the extent of the damage.
A fence now surrounds what's left of this building here at the Clarksburg Condominiums. Investigators call it a total loss following Saturday's fire.
It was really bad.
Lori Remmers woke up Saturday morning to a sight she did not expect to see.
I was very scared because it was right here next to me, and so I just moved here 3 months ago.
Remmers lives across the street from what remains of one building at the Clarksburg Condominiums. Firefighters arrived to find flames erupting from the rear of the building. Montgomery County Fire and Rescue says the blaze started in a first-floor unit. A caller to 911 could not get an answer from a neighbor's condo after she saw smoke pour from it. The fire worries Remmers.
I'm on the third floor, and so it's like something can happen on the first floor here in my building, and it will just go right up to me.
Firefighters say the blaze damaged 24 units and forced the evacuation of 43 people. Rescue crews treated 4 people on scene, while 2 went to the hospital with what are described as non-critical injuries. 4 firefighters suffered injuries, as 2 also found themselves transported with non-critical injuries.
It's just really scary knowing that it could happen here.
Smoke detectors work, an eerie reminder of what happened Saturday morning. Investigators are still trying to find out what sparked the fire. In Clarksburg, Maryland, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Dave, thank you. Your time is 8:03. Breaking this morning, DC police investigating an overnight shooting. It happened on Call Place in Southeast at about 2 a.m. No word yet on a suspect or the condition of the victim. If you have any information about the shooting, contact police. And DC police are investigating after a man was shot and killed in Northeast. Officers responded to New Hampshire Avenue near the Maryland line at about 10 a.m. Friday. They found a man shot, not conscious or breathing. Police say he later died. Police have one person in custody in connection to the shooting. In Frederick, Maryland, the police department there arrested a man in connection to a homicide late Friday night. Officers responded to Heather Ridge Drive in Frederick just before midnight Friday. Police found a man who was shot. That man taken to the hospital. He later died. Investigation revealed an officer pulled a driver over near the crime scene for speeding and not stopping at a stop sign. Investigators say during that traffic stop, they found evidence linking the driver to that shooting. The man was arrested and charged with first and second-degree murder. Fairfax County officials say they're expanding their speed camera pilot program. A countywide photo speed enforcement will move forward in 2 phases. Officials say phase 1 will include 50 additional speed cameras placed between school and work zones over the next few months. That includes Chantilly High School, McLean High School, and Mount Vernon High School. And still in Virginia, staffing concerns have retired sheriff's deputies back on the job. The move is to combat shortages at Alexandria County Jail and Courthouse. The starting salary for a deputy in Alexandria is $60,000. Now, those who have jail certification, the salary will get higher and they will receive a $10,000 bonus. For one deputy who served almost 24 years in that position, has his 2019 retirement cut short. He returned to the job to help fill vacant positions within the department.
We're just not as popular as we used to be because of a few bad eggs.
And we understand the tax base is strapped, right? So we have to look at other innovative ways to compensate folks.
In the long term, officials plan to use innovative compensation strategies. For right now, they say bringing back retired deputies part-time is a major help. A federal judge has rejected a lawsuit challenging how Governor Glenn Youngkin is restoring voting rights for convicted felons. The judge says the process might not be transparent or even fair, but it is legal. In Virginia, convicted felons automatically lose their right to vote unless the governor restores it. Several previous governors automatically returned that right to certain nonviolent felons. But Governor Youngkin changed that process, choosing to review each case individually. The lawsuit argues Youngkin's process violates a clause preventing the government from using arbitrary discretion to prevent someone from exercising their First Amendment rights. But the court found because a felon has already lost those rights, Youngkin isn't denying them a right.
You can see why the argument would be in a situation or circumstance where the license gets at an individual's First Amendment rights, you wouldn't want a government official exercising much discretion. In a situation where the government official is just ostensibly giving rights to someone, that's one where you might well allow plenty of discretion to be exercised.
In a statement, Youngkin's office says it's pleased with the court's ruling. 8:07 is your time. The district had a good time honoring the godfather of go-go music at Fort DuPont Park. Yesterday was Chuck Brown Day. People, you can see there, came together to honor Brown's life and legacy. There were musical performances by the Chuck Brown Band and other local go-go acts. God, it's so good to hear go-go this early in the morning. One person at the event says she believes events like this are important because both Brown and go-go music are part of DC's identity.
Go-go is the sound of the city. It is the soundtrack of the city. It's the heartbeat of the city. Friends are here, family is here, the bands are playing. People are having a great time.
Chuck Brown Day has been a staple in D.C. Yesterday, it marked the 10th year of that event. All right, Brittany, people plan to be outside today. What can they expect?
You know, Tosin, they could expect some scattered showers and storms across the area, as well as gusty conditions. So keep that in mind when making any Sunday plans. If you plan on heading to the Spirit game this afternoon, make sure to bring the poncho on hand. It's all thanks to a slow-moving storm system that is inching its way through the DMV. 87 expected to be the high today, then still going to be holding on to a few showers as we head through your day on Monday. 84 expected to be the high, but then we are tracking sunny conditions as well as a cool down. So keep it here. We'll talk more about that 8-day coming up.